Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the Fireside Boys, and we back with another episode. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. So, Philip, introduce the
What it
first
do?
topic.
What it do? So our first topic of the day, I believe, was what places, if you could, would you travel to? I believe it was our top three.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if we would decide if it had to be in state or out state.
it could be anywhere in the
Let's go
world.
ahead and say it.
Anywhere
Let's
in the
like,
world.
go ahead. So who wants to start? Should it be Phil, Willie, or that nigga Omar?
You know, I'll start it because, like, I'm on a magical carpet ride straight to your soul. Now,
you ludicrous?
I knocked the door. A whole new world. That's close to you, my nigga.
Oh my god! All right,
Sing it, hoes.
No, if I had to choose let's see. I'm gonna choose one like that's real easy right off the bat because like I always consider myself. I always wanted to stop at this place. I always wanted to go to London, mainly just to like hang out, go to Soho, just check out like not even just London, just like I guess southwest or southeast England in general, just to see how like how close but so different it is.
I thought you were gonna say.
Like, just hang out there. Like, I honestly like it was just one of those more chill spots I would like just to go, just to like try out, I don't know, just do generic shit. Like go to an English fish and chip shop, hang out there after dark and be considered a suspicious character.
You know the shit I always heard about London is their food is trash. All they have is Nando's. And that's coming from like I don't know if that shit true or not, but there's probably like a bunch of like American niggas who used to like a bunch of large quantity of like I don't know fucking barbecue places. Honestly, or like
and you said where again?
London. But I can't think of no like London staple besides land. I haven't been to London. Besides Nando's.
London, Paris, shit like that, right?
Nah, Europe. Europe. But like
my sister Benjamin.
You said
different places.
Like, I mean, I could imagine their food is like probably all right, but like it's like the same thing with the New York syndrome. It's like you gotta know where to go.
The one thing she didn't like about was that she said when they were like serving people there at a restaurant or some shit.
Yeah.
You know when they give you like bread or some shit where like you waiting for your food.
Yeah.
Apparently, if people were to leave their bread at a table like before they leave or whatever, they had leftover bread. You would use that bread and add it to a new basket and put it in another person's new table. So apparently they have so that's a nasty ass habit they have there.
What?
Oh my god. London niggas now. You said they reuse bread. They use upcycled bread.
If someone don't finish, I was told what they did that day. I don't know if it's
that at least sounds economical.
Well, she told me.
Fuck no. That's not like you were right. That's not like you were rat.
I would say it's one of those things. Like think about it. Like if the bread was put in the basket, and no one touched it, and it was still there, just chucking it out kind of seems like a waste.
Think about you eating. Think about you waiting to get seated, right? And it's crowded as shit. You see William fucking up some ribs, but he got bread. And you know how William eats. Are you gonna assume? Are you gonna assume this nigga didn't put his whole mint on a fucking loaf of bread and put that shit down because you rather have fries instead?
That's the asterisk for the thing. I was like, if I see someone, if they see someone foul for that, you throw that shit out. But like, just like having the bread, like being an asshole, ordering a platter of breads, and like right before you leave, then you don't take any or touch it, and then just leave. That just to me is just being an ass.
How do you know? How do you know bread is untouched?
I'm literally saying, imagine you at Red Lobster enjoying you a cheese bread right now, right?
Yeah.
That cheese bread probably got a good 10 pieces of bread into you. You 4 deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
You finish your lobster, you finish your meal. You know what time you take yourself to go home, but you leave that basket there, and you don't want to finish the last 4. Well, when you walk out the store, your waiter goes ahead and picks it up, puts that and adds it into a basket, and then drops it off for Woody. They don't look at Red Lobster. Can I get you drinking that? But,
Man, I
hey,
tell that nigga,
those are definitely fresh, by the way. You should try one.
hell no. This shit all cold. That shit gonna be all cold and stale, mixed with
Not
my
really
fresh
because
bread.
you're mixing it. See,
Nah,
it's really
really. I can tell a well baked slice of bread from a fucking one that's been sitting there for a 2-hour lunch.
They're gonna hit it with a shake.
Yeah, fuck no. You gotta take this bread with you, nigga. This shit got a thumbprint in here. What the fuck I'm gonna do with this? If you got a fucking nice roll with a thumbprint in, you gonna eat that?
Fuck no.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The bread free. The bread should be free anyway. I don't have to eat that shit, bro. Like,
it should be free. It is free. That's why we hand it out like that.
nah, before Corona, you can get me with like, man, fucking, I'm hungry, but not now. Hell no, niggas disgusting.
Yeah.
You got all right. So I just named down one spot. You got any spot, Willie? Philip?
What spot?
Like we'll just
one other spot I would name would definitely be.
I want to go to London too.
I don't know, somewhere in Africa. No.
I want to go like. I want to go.
You want to go to like Azerbaijan, Philip?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I changed my mind. I want to go to Jamaica.
What?
Okay.
Oh yeah, Jamaica.
Oh yeah, Jamaica.
Yeah.
I want to go
and not for the tree. Surprisingly, I was told they have Reggie. No offense, Jamaicans.
Well, that and then like also Jamaica, they harsh as fuck down there. When it comes to weed,
they got always let them down there smoke anywhere. I was told they had rules on weed, but it was like they enforce them but don't enforce them. I don't know how that makes sense.
That was it was one of those things. So I saw this travel show where somebody went there and then they got acquainted by someone who was smoking there, and next thing you know, they're locked up in a police station with like probably plainclothes officers yelling at them, smacking them around until like they had to wire bribe money to fuck off. And I was like,
weed?
Yeah. I was like,
that weed is so weak that you probably not even high after that shit.
How much bribe money you need?
I have no idea. I was like, okay, the moment they said plainclothes, air conditioned room, people yelling and smacking you around, and like the best thing you could do is bribe them. I was like, yeah, fuck that. There's no, I'm not taking no fucking risk to do some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I want to go on a coach.
I said, just stay at the fucking beach, Google some bitches, and probably jerk off to a bottle of Corona.
If the resort don't got good food, I can't fuck with the resort. I gotta go.
Yeah, that is true. If the resort, if the food is ass at any place you go, that's just basically gonna probably ruin the entire trip right there, unless there's like some better options around. But like the food,
I'm gonna talk so much shit about the whole place I go. Like if this food is terrible, I know.
Hey, fun story. Like when I last went, like anytime I go out anywhere with Kendall, if I don't give a place any glowing review, she basically says, "Oh my god, why do you always have to like fuck around and like say everywhere we go is shit?" Like when I went to Puerto Rico recently, and the first night there, I was like, "Damn, I'm hungry. I wonder where there's to eat." Mind you, there's a curfew out, like I think around midnight or 11, where you cannot be out in the fucking streets because of
virus.
Yeah, because of virus. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't know if they relaxed the restrictions now, but when I went like about 2 months ago, it was like that. So I went to this place. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically Five Guys, but in a different name. And I got like this like basic burger. I was like, okay, let me just get some like salted caramel onion or whatever the fuck it was called, and then like some ketchup and mustard on it. I didn't even get no fucking ketchup.
Salted caramel onion.
Or caramelized onions. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. Like I basically ordered it. I was like, okay, they didn't put the ketchup on, so I was already mildly annoyed at that. And then I bit the burger. I was like, this is the most plainest, basic bitch food I had yet. And then she got all uppity about it. I was like, it's a fucking burger patty. All the other restaurants we went to was great, but I was like, it was just a fucking burger patty. We just got off like a multi-hour fucking flight. I ain't eat before or like since, so I was like, okay, I'm not looking for any fancy damn restaurant and shit, and going around with everyone and their mother is either from Baltimore, a fucking slum in New York, and I didn't feel like dealing with that shit. So yes, I'm sorry if my fucking standards for a goddamn burger is to have ketchup and mustard on it and at least taste halfway damn decent. There goes my rant for like 2 minutes.
I'm sorry they hurt you.
Fuck it.
We will find them. Or we will kill them.
But yeah, like I said, some of these other like restaurants I went to out there were like great. It was like this one. There's like this. I can't for the life of me remember the name, but it was like this like beachside restaurant overlooking these fucking waves and shit. And I was like, man, I had some shrimp and fish tacos out here, and it was amazing.
I haven't had fish and shrimp tacos for a while, but I mean, the last time I had them, they were.
Here, you know, I also had like this other spot, like since we're gonna play Ring Around the Rosie with this, I kind of wanted like because like you know we're just gonna default and say this, even though it's not really like the top spot. It's just somewhere I'm interested in going, but at the same time, if I go there, I don't even really understand why or for what fucking reason. Would be to go to Japan like you, Philip. But at the same time, if I go out there, everyone knows why, but like you don't want to say it out loud, or else someone.
I know why. I can say why I know why. Yeah. I don't know why you did.
I mean, like, yeah, of course we can both go to the hentai convention, Phil. I'm not stopping.
No. I'm just trying to find me a nice Asian.
You're trying to find yourself a nice Asian girl with a nice flat booty who listens to your problems.
No, that's really not that. But you can listen to talk.
If anyone catches that reference I just made, you earn 2 fucking points for that. But yeah, I said I would go there, see the sights, because like just hang out. I don't know, probably stop at a Soapland hotel. Whatever.
No.
Wow. You get what I mean, Philip. Yeah. Nudge, wink, wink.
That's not good. I don't know you. We're not the same. I understand your references, but we're not the same type of people.
I honestly, I would mainly just go for like the sights, just to like, you know, go around, take some nice pictures, talk about
it. I understand that.
I mean, like
now we in the same group.
I mean, because like it was like I always thought I was like, okay, it'll be neat to go, but I hadn't thought like what the hell I would do when I get there. You know what I mean?
I can name 2 things off the bat. Ask me 2 things I would do when I get there. After getting settled in the hotel.
Yeah, you say 2 things you would do?
Yeah, actually 2 things I would do after getting settled in the hotel.
Oral and sex.
No. So first one would be first one would definitely be find me a sushi bar and get me as much sushi and sake as I can.
And get
second one
off your ass.
Yeah, drunk and the itis off sushi.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the second one? The second one, probably go to a karaoke bar and get
and sing your heart out.
Nah. and rap for all the females there.
I fought the law in the law won. I fought the law in the law won.
Law won.
Dun, 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 where would I be without my baby? Nothing.
That's when the record scratch. No, we gotta play some Beanie Man. You gotta play.
My last place would definitely be Hawaii. Though.
Shout outs.
That's why I was there. Because I like check out the volcano.
What happens if you fell into it?
I want to check out my bird's eye view. I want to look at it. You feel me?
Like you be considered like a fucking sacrifice to the volcano, and then next thing you know, Hawaii implodes.
They name a small town after you after that.
Yeah.
They name it shit after me.
Falapawana.
What? Black Hawana, though you said?
I said
like marijuana?
Falapawana.
Good.
They'll at least make you a Rocket Power character.
You at least become one of the what the fuck is it called? Lilo and Stitch? Become one of the mutants.
Come one of the experimented 626s.
Come back in 629.
What?
I'm the newest model.
Takashi 629. Takashi 629.
626 is the last one made But they made 2 more editions before they made me, huh?
They made a 627. The nigga was orange or some shit.
That was just a 2627.
I guess I'll be Mr. Bubbles.
Talking about that Cyclops nigga who was an auntie?
No, I'm talking about the only black guy. Wait, you just call me the fucking Cyclops guy?
The one who was their parents.
Lilo, you can't be doing all this shit out here.
The one was going to be CPS.
You know, oddly, I could imagine myself being that way.
That's definitely
you. Can imagine yourself being CPS.
That's definitely you and Philip.
What you said? What about me?
You the one with the 4 eyes and Omar's a Cyclops. You gotta get each other nerves
so
on.
Philip is that giant mole thing that has like a Russian accent.
Exactly.
You just call it the aliens, Jumba and Peakley?
Yeah. Don't about definitely quickly.
That sounds like a hood rat. That sounds like a hood rat bitch named Quee Quee.
No, Quickly.
You going over Quee house?
I'm Quickly. Call me on 2016.
Call me on Quickie phone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Comedy Central.
The
little Spanish girl in the restaurant. Comedy Central, I thought, or some shit.
Come on, Taina.
Comedy sketch. You ain't name where you would go, Omar. Not Omar. You ain't know where you would go with.
I go to Japan too and London, and I go to Hawaii.
Wow.
No, I was about to say that anyway. Cause they both got a lot of fly shit out there. I go to Seoul, Korea. I fuck with Ghana. I want to go out there.
I would fuck with Korea too.
I said
Seoul, Korea.
Yeah, I was gonna name like.
Don't say Ghana. I want to
go to Okinawa, Japan, just because I just want to see what the fuck Miyake and his nigga thugs are doing out there. Even though that shit was a movie, that looked tight to me. I'll go out there and catch some fish. Even though I don't like fish, I go out there.
I'm gonna name my last spot, babe. But this is like I always wanted to go to this place after the funny part is because I watched that shit on HBO.
I'll go to Canada too.
Canada. Well,
I want to go to Canada. I want to go to Canada because they got a shoe museum.
Which province of Canada?
It's Toronto. High Beast.
OVO.
Maybe British.
You're gonna be
maybe British Columbia because I don't know why. I
would like go to British Columbia. I would go to British if like this is my
shit can I get into in British Columbia?
I would go to British Columbia just to go to the set of Heartland. That's it.
Yeah, I go out there. I go to fucking Ghana. Kind of want to go to I don't know, someplace in Africa.
I was gonna name this one spot.
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu. You don't know that place is desolate as hell, right?
Yeah, but it used to be.
Yeah, it did. It used to be when Mansa Musa was trapping out there as like pretty much the richest man on earth.
Yeah. He fucked up all the money that he said, hey, you're like that little few bits of gold here, take a stack.
Yeah, that's until Morocco and the Songhai Empire fucked it together. Yeah, like, history, fun fact, Timbuktu was actually a place to be. That was until both Morocco and the Songhai Empire fucked it to the ground, and now it's kind of like a desert, like, eroding place.
That was
people still live there, though. Yeah. But what was it? There's this place in Africa I wanted to go after watching this shit on HBO called the Number One Ladies Detective Agency. I said I always wanted to go to Botswana, mainly because it was like one of those African countries where like you could do safaris like still, and basically it's a nice little country that's cuddled in the middle between what was it? I was to say Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa.
They have buzz carrying deadly viruses there.
I would assume everywhere, but not to the extent of like say like Central like Democratic Republic of Congo, Africa type shit.
Was like I was like that's the type of shit like the bugs, nigga. The off ain't strong enough for them. Yeah, them motherfuckers, those bugs lift weights and shit.
Yeah,
but
they go concrete backflips.
I want to go to fucking I mean I don't like beaches like that. I want to go to Anguilla just because people talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but I want to check it out.
Hey, fun fact: Angola is a former Portuguese colony, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of Portuguese speaking there.
Nah, Anguilla. I don't go. I don't have a problem with Portuguese, nigga.
No, I'm not saying big Portuguese. I'm just saying you like. I say the main language there is Portuguese. I'm not saying it's.
I said Anguilla.
What?
Anguilla.
Yeah, that's what I said. You talk about Angola.
I think I don't know.
Yeah, Angola.
I said Portuguese. I don't have any problem with them.
Everyone loves like Portuguese. Shout out to Brazil. Shout out to Portugal. Shout out to Angola. Shout out to.
I want to go to Latin America somewhere. I gotta figure out more places.
Don't go to Mexico.
Controversial.
They got some cool shit in Mexico. Besides the, it's not. I don't think it's all gang shit.
No, it's not. Like I've been to Mexico.
Yeah, so I go to
Mexico. Don't worry about not finding drinking water. My dad's been last time he went to that bitch, there's certain spots found like clean drinking water and shit. You only had the tourist spots where they be having clean water and shit.
I'm a tourist. So what the
fuck? That's the right spot. Even the wrong spot to have bad water.
I got some fire ass food that I didn't even heard of down there. They probably got fucking.
This is gonna sound ignorant as all hell, but they
got they probably got wild parties out there.
This is gonna sound ignorant as all hell, but they had the best tortillas and guac I've ever had.
Yeah, life.
Yeah,
not Taco Bell. Not Taco Bell.
No, not Taco Bell. Why the fuck? Taco Bell's not even in the top.
You said that would have been. If you would have said that would have been ignorant.
Yeah.
I want to be rude. I want to just say talk about the best Spanish food ever.
Yeah.
But you learn straight from Mexicans that Mexico would be insulted as shit.
We're going to Silicon Valley.
That is another country in and of itself.
Yeah. I just want to know what's I don't know what's really going on out there.
It's the same thing as like if you played Watch Dogs 2, everyone in there has a quirky personality, but they can commit mass murder at a moment's notice and continue on with their day, like the protagonist from Watch Dogs 2. So
I gotta befriend a couple of hackers, so I'll always be good.
Those people are like, no, if they're the hackers from Watch Dogs 2, I'm staying like away from them.
I gotta find a hacker with a mohawk and a head tat.
No. That's the first sign of trouble. Like it's like
fucking
it's like watching those like small like rainforest frogs with brightly colors that are basically signaling stay away from me. That's how I see though. I'm like yes.
I see what?
Like those little rainforest frogs, you know what they call those little dart frogs?
What is a dart frog?
Yeah.
It's what that little frogs got nice colors.
Yeah.
It would smoke your ass.
Exactly.
Bro, like,
you see anybody that looks like resembling them in real life, you stay away.
The motherfuckers are beautiful. But I'm not I'm not a reptile person anyway, so I'll stay away from pretty much all of them.
I'll have a pet lizard.
I would never hold your lizard. Pause.
I'm an embodiment of a lizard. Philip owns a lizard. Everyone.
I want a real lizard. Her name's Lizzie.
Lizzie Borden?
Yeah. Nah, just Lizzie. She don't live between my pants. She lives in a tank.
What?
That was like poetry by Philip for a second. Lizzie McGuire.
But what else?
That's just the best pets in the world.
I'm gonna go to the fucking Kabuki theater.
Yeah, what about theater?
The Kabuki theater.
Oh, in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it would be interesting to go to like Kabuki theater, just like how it would be interesting to go to like a Globe theater play in like London. It would be like, ooh, I wonder if
unless that thing is like 5 hours long. That's one of
Ain't
my
Yeah, with
much.
no interludes or something. I could be like, you go to the lobby and be like,
Bro,
geez, this play is getting out of hand.
nothing is that entertaining to sit there that long and not eat. Oh my fuck it. I was like, bro, y'all got no popcorn, no shit in here? What the fuck? Can I get some Pocky sticks at least?
Excuse me, sir.
Pocky
I'm
sticks
offended.
Them niggas have Pocky sticks like a motherfucker out there. But
in Japan.
Yeah.
hell yeah, I didn't know what this shit was. Just not that good though.
Yeah,
Not
I
sick.
didn't know what Pocky Sticks were until I used to think they were like fake cigarettes until
Pocky sticks are bomb. Which kind you had?
No, like I had like no, I didn't know what they were when I first saw them years ago because I thought
had
they were like
chocolate
those
and
candy cigarettes, like you know those long cigarettes that Corella Deville used to smoke in like the cartoon Dalmatian.
I actually eat candy cigarettes. They're bomb. I just get them from South Carolina.
Yeah,
My parents
but yeah, like the Pocky Sticks, I was like, oh yeah, they're pretty good. They're useful, nice, compatible treats that you could take with you anywhere.
I don't like the chocolate ones.
I don't either. It's just like they slice the fuck out. I'm like, but this is not that good.
I'm like,
Nah,
they're just a
what
basic
did
snack.
you eat?
These motherfuckers are decent at best. So I ain't got shit else, and I got to sneak something in here.
Which kind did you eat?
The one at the green box, they're like a fucking Newport, the Salem cigarette box.
You had the matcha flavor.
I had matcha and I had chocolate.
Yeah, those are nasty ones. You need to try.
I started off with the wrong foot, and I was like, man,
the
fuck these.
cookies and cream one, which is basically Oreos, which is good as shit. Then there's also a strawberry one I haven't tried yet.
Did Willy
But I
Wonka
wanna
make
go-
the Pocky Stick?
Who?
Huh?
Did Willy Wonka make the Pocky Stick?
Willy
No.
Wonka.
Yeah.
That nigga made
Chinese
sex toys.
food.
Oh God! Here we go.
Yeah, those are sex toys.
He the one made the dick lollipops. Nobody fucking knew on the 7th floor.
Call them
Little
peasants.
This motherfucker. Man, what?
It-
Are these dicks?
yeah, it's
Oh
like,
my god! Little fat motherfucker got walked up there just sucking on dick lollipops and shit. Like, oh my! Can't show this on TV. They didn't show that. They didn't do that in the movie what they did in the book.
yeah,
I like the original better.
That was in
in
the book.
the Johnny Depp version.
I like the original. He was sucking on dick lollipops. What?
Yeah. Okay, Charlamagne.
Yeah, that's that thing.
Okay, and what else? Where else will I go? That's where I'm going to go.
Yeah, there's a whole beautiful world out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to go.
And
I'm trying to
anyone
go
want
to.
to go to India?
Yeah, I won't go to India.
Yeah.
Shit, I really just want to know how these motherfuckers like. What they all? I eat a lot of Indian food. I feel like everything is revolving around food. But yeah, I'd be hungry. But yeah, yeah, them motherfuckers be on some shit. They got real money out there.
They old money,
Right,
new
yeah.
money.
Oh, money.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go over there with the Bhagavad Gita.
What?
I'm not even gonna
Over
pretend
there.
to repeat that.
Go over there and licked up with the Gita. You.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what it is.
Any Hindu people, I hope they might whoop my ass for saying that.
Yeah, I'm not pronouncing.
I
I'm
can't
afraid of
help you on
offending
that one.
over 1 billion people, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita.
He means no disrespect.
I want to go over there. I want to go over there and eat some samosas too. I eat samosas a
I
lot.
know a dude named Musa. I don't think I'm gonna eat him.
Some musa.
Oh.
I'm not gonna eat a samosa a musa in my life. So pause, beloved, pause. You heard about I can't remember what airline that is. They got mystery flights. So you just buy a ticket and you just get on it. You is wherever the plane drops you off at.
That sounds
Never
horrifying.
It's how some black market
It's some
shit where you get kidnapped or they take
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like you're being taken to like some fucking black site in the middle of God knows where. Get off the plane with a bag over your head. Next thing you know, you're in a Chinese sweatshop talking to like this Indonesian kid saying, "Yeah, they got you at the mystery fight too, y'all." I'm like, God.
Yeah.
And I end up making Jordans for John Rulians.
You really thought this was free?
Yeah. Yeah, last thing I want to do is end up making Jordans for some bunch of Ja Rulian fucking niggas in New York. That's the last
forgot
thing
who
I
the fuck
want.
it was.
That'll be my life in full circle right there. And
Forgot
begin
who the
with Ja
fuck it
Rules,
was.
die with Ja.
Forgot who the fuck it was though. Yeah, the airline do mystery flights. This was like in February. They started talking about this, and he was like, "Yeah, we doing mystery flights because the airlines open back up, and everybody thirsty to ride planes because they've been stuck in the house for Corona."
But why the fuck would you go? Like, that's basically like saying, okay, when I landed this place, you gotta find a hotel or, God forbid, an Airbnb with a creepy
I'm gonna look
couple
that
and
shit
shit.
up.
Like,
So,
like that type of shit. This shit like will make me go fucking crazy. Like, like I'm like, okay,
show
I
your
land here.
resilience.
My resilience to being raped on the fucking French countryside by some bumpkins. Like, I don't want to
But
deal
there's a
with
whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of videos that it's Quanta. I can't say that shit. Mystery Flight Adventures.
Yeah.
It's QANTAS.
Qantas.
So they again, oh yeah.
Philip, don't do this.
I didn't get a chance to
I don't
get
want you
no
to
further.
get kidnapped.
I wasn't gonna go. I need all the organs I got left.
They started for business seats it's like $1,500 each.
A lot.
They go to Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane.
So 1,500
So, yeah,
and
this
the
is an
organ.
Australian Airlines.
Seat.
So I would go to fucking Australia, a country where like a whole bunch of shit will kill you for sneezing in the wrong direction, and then they're gonna say, okay, we're gonna take you on a mystery black flight. Like, this is literally what they do to like fucking people who they spirit away to Guantanamo Bay. Oh, we're going on a mystery flight from fucking Ukraine.
They'll drop you off in Bulk Creek like shit.
Bulk Creek.
You can mystery fly into some coochie though. It's some Asian,
what?
the white girl, just like
Yeah, some demon coochie. I'm
mystery
good.
flight into some coochie. That's even more worse. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you're guaranteed to sleep with somebody. You don't know what they look like or who they are, but you're guaranteed to.
It was like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is how the first Hostel movie started. Like,
look at the promotion, loving faces of this couple. Was like, oh my god, we're doing a mystery flight.
And then next thing you know, they would never.
He got on he got on flippers. He got on a snorkel mask in the airport. I have no idea.
Yeah, woo! We're having so much fun, about to be kidnapped and murdered. Woo! Like, fuck that.
And
they might be some weird sexual activity.
Hang on, actually, Philip, would you do this bullshit? Like,
I wouldn't.
I wonder what kind of mystery flights a stewardess go on.
Every flight they go on.
I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this out loud. They got this on their webpage. Qantas Mystery Flight Adventure. Put some mystery and excitement into your weekend. These flights are now sold. Yeah, fucking Narnia. I fucking hate Narnia. I'd rather go to Lord of the fucking Rings, Middle Earth than fucking Narnia. Because fucking Narnia is full of annoying ass baby animals, random Jesus allegories, and bullshit of the like, where it's just to get on your nerves. Like fucking Prince Caspian. Ooh, you can suck my ass, Prince Caspian. You're not fucking Legolas.
I missed that game.
Yeah.
At least they don't give you. Yeah, they don't give you any weapons in Narnia, so I don't know how long niggas survive.
They did get weapons in Narnia.
Yeah.
Or weapons.
It was fuckboy weapons. They got weapons.
Hell, I
know one. I know the little girl got like a little fuckboy dagger. One of them got a arrow. The main older brother had like a sword. I don't know what this.
Hang on, wait. Let me read this.
No, the oldest girl had a bow and arrow.
Fuck.
Is that a dagger? Are you from Narnia? Is it a dagger?
Mind you, these kids were like in the blitz of World War II. Wait, let's see this. Important information about your adventure. Each adventure will be a full day of activities best suited for guests over 18 years of age. Reasonable fitness levels and moderate mobility is required, as activities include getting in and out of vehicles and some stairs. Wheelchairs can be accommodated with prior notice. We recommend that you select a seat, blah, 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 carry on baggage. So basically, okay, It's a mystery flight to somewhere, but it's like a day of excursions. Basically like a fucking cruise ship where you get off at the first stop and then you can do ATV riding with like baboons and shit.
On the airplane.
Yeah. But then, like, I would still be like, where the fuck are we going? Like, oh yeah, like you could be going to somewhere really cool, like I don't know, like Thailand or something, or you could be sent to Papua New Guinea, and then all you got to do is just like talk about local traditions, say, oh yeah, there's still kind of tribal warfare, kind of not, but like as long as you don't like piss in the fucking wind, you'll be okay.
You got sisters from New Guinea.
Huh?
Nah. That one.
I mean, like, I thought it was like I don't know why I thought it was like worst case scenario where they just literally fly you to a random country, go like hee hee ha ha, you're fucking here now, deal with it. Like I thought it was like that, but it's at least.
Yeah, I wonder what happened when you got on the plane. Do they have a hotel set up for you or what?
That's what it seems like.
Are they gonna give you biscotti?
Or maybe it's just like it seems like it's either like a 1 day thing where they just fly you back, or they actually do like take you somewhere for like an overnight stay and then fly you back.
I rode the mega bus on the bus. You imagine if you miss your plane and miss your flight, they're not coming back. They're not coming back for you.
Yeah,
and you don't even know where to meet them. That's a mystery flight.
I gotta call that fucking U.S. embassy to help me out. Yeah. You imagine me trying to call Biden and Kamala trying to get me fucking back home? That's my misery fight.
Did y'all not see him whisper at the press conference? That video was hilarious. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Nigga Biden said, "Hello, my brother, whisper in your ear. Tell me some shit like this." Doom, 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 doom.
The little young says, "What's with my ear like shit?"
You go to White House. You go to the fucking White House. You see Biden just off guard playing that shit in the Oval Office. Like, what the fuck?
Like, hey, little, I'm gonna leave in your ear.
Getting this freak on right now, my nigga. You good?
Hey, like, have y'all heard of like on the topic of like traveling around? Have y'all heard about the stories about like people who like try to visit every country like once before they die, but they usually will either do something random like walk or like just go there by car or some shit.
And what's crazy, white people? Well,
yeah, sometimes.
You know the motherfuckers who backpack around Europe and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like for fun. That shit sound like being homeless, but
yeah. I mean, that's kind of like it is. It's basically like it's homelessness with quotes. You just like crash at random hostels, Airbnbs. But like, if you have some like sexual like desire about you, you could probably get away by giving someone a hand job in the back and then allow you to stay on their fucking sofa. That's how I always imagine backpacking around.
Not like beat up truck drivers.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, where are you going? You're going to Bulgaria? Well, it's a long ass ride. Like, excuse me, sir. He said, I never had a girl with dreadlocks before. I'm like, I'm not a girl. He says, this car.
Oh my god.
Fucking hand job to like some fucking Italian driver while he drives you from like fucking Nice, France, all the way to fucking Bulgaria. Like it's like that sound like the footnotes in a memoirs, like ran by somebody.
Traveling Pants Part 3.
Oh my god.
Traveling Pants.
I'm Traveling Pants.
I would say like because like that's all it is. Like, oh man, we're backpacking around Europe for like the summer while we wait like a whole year before we start college. I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do?
It's crazy because it was like I actually heard people who did. Wow, I heard that shit's like a real thing. I thought it was just like a movies thing. I was like, motherfuckers really go to a foreign country to be homeless?
Yeah, but then like it's like a thing where they'll be like they'll travel around to different spots, and I'm like, okay, how do they do this? I'm like, either their parents are like sending them fucking money so they can at least transport, like say, go past the French border to like the Netherlands or Belgium or something, and then like next thing you know, they're there for like a few days or a week or so. Then they travel to fucking Germany, and then it's like, okay, I get you want to travel all these different countries, see all these different things, but then at the end of the day, what does it do? It makes you more of a rounded person. Bitch, I could get the same experience by watching History International like I had when I was a kid. Yeah, it's like, okay, what can you do? Like, okay, you're not gonna really learn to speak these languages because you're gonna be there for less than the time it takes you to jerk off. So, like, what's the point? I
You
mean, like, I
probably
can see
be
the
able to
visit.
jerk off a few times when you get home.
Yeah,
But
or
continue.
you're gonna more likely be jerking off somebody else instead of jerking yourself off because it's
I
like,
know what
yeah,
you be doing. You be tripped.
like you ain't gonna be staying in no hotel or like Marriott or some shit like that. You're gonna be staying at a random hostel run by an old lady with a heart of gold who used to be a former prostitute. And then, and only then, will you
Especially
be
when you jerking people off for
I wonder
bed.
what make those hostels seem nicer in their head than like a DC or New York hostel.
exactly? I've seen a
I be
fucking
thinking
DC
niggas gonna
hostel.
fucking.
Like,
terrifying.
there's a
I be
DC
thinking,
hostel next to like those joints are ratty. I'm like, not
I think they're gonna rob.
Yeah.
I'm like, this like you literally know nothing about. We have a idea about what's going on.
And then
in this
like
hostel.
it's gonna be like one of those things where like you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb because one, you're not gonna speak the local language. Two, you're probably gonna be walking around like if you're walking around with your backpack to the hotel, that's one thing. But you're gonna be definitely walking around looking clueless, like, oh wow, sights to see. Next thing you know, you're gonna get robbed by like a fucking gang of school children, and they're gonna.
That's
Like,
what I'm about to say. You get robbed by a 9-year-old.
Yes, you get robbed by a bunch of German youths, and then guess what? You ain't gonna be shit you can fucking do, and then you're gonna go home, cry to your parents, and then next thing you know, your next college semester, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm such a much more rounded person." Bitch,
And
you
we're
were
like,
robbed.
oh my god,
Like,
be like, oh my god, is that an iPhone?
Yeah.
Well, yes, it's a new iPhone. Give me that shit and just
Exactly.
run
I'm
off.
like, ma'am, these kids are in Germany. They're not fucking primitives from the heart of darkness. They know what the fucking iPhone is. Why the hell would you give it to them? This is like,
I've never seen one of these.
Always do that in the future.
Run, y'all.
So attention. Let me say it right, yo, got it.
and then right while they're running, they're playing some random MIA song in the background, like "You Can't Catch Me." Them kids gonna. I'm like,
I like it again.
Or run away from by Kanye West.
You see him like running in slow motion and shit. Like, what the fuck?
well, I didn't realize we just stepped on set to the movie fucking Slumdog Millionaire with that reference.
You have to kill him. We know that. That's the only way. That sounds.
Y'all gotta go. You say any, mini, minor, mo. Who first?
Yeah, like Philip, like given the opportunity, would you go backpacking around Europe? Like if you had the opportunity, like means and everything to do, like you know.
If I had opportunity, I'd go traveling around Europe, but I probably wouldn't go backpack. I'd go Uber.
You need a
that fucking charge for the Uber rides would be a bitch though.
If I'm balling,
yeah.
they got like enough money to Europe. I got enough money to Uber.
That shit gonna add up.
I'm not going any farther. This is the border.
There weekly. I get a job every week. Just give me an Uber so I can change spots every week. I'm gonna change every day.
That'd be kind of funny. Like you get a random odd job. Like this shit would be literally like living in like some random mission in GTA.
Anyway, or
off in the country
like
and just like do random shit. Like, oh yeah, I do odd jobs around this drown of Frankfurt. I'm gonna deliver newspapers and work at the local bakery as I earn enough money. Because you know people do that shit. And it's still
you talking like strip clubs and hotel mates?
If I say same pipe.
Like in the Netherlands where like prostitution is legal, I guess you could probably work there overnight, get some money.
Only overnight though.
Yeah, only overnight. We don't want to get spoiled now, do we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll work better in your head. People are like, oh my god, I'm about to fuck at least some old bitches, but like, nah, I'd be some wandering.
Yeah, you're not gonna be with no aristocratic woman of like some ancient German or French royalty like descent. You're gonna get something grimy.
They're not gonna be no Iggy Azalea. It's gonna be Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah,
might be Icky though.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, he said, "Oh, man. It's funny. He's gonna be an American tourist." He says, "Oh wow, an American in the Netherlands." He says, "I pay for you, bitch. You gotta like. Why am I talking with a British accent while I'm saying I'm an American?" Like, I just thought about that.
I'm paying for you, bitch. Excuse me?
He said, no. He said,
That white woman said she was black because she tanned herself.
Like, hold on, my man. I ain't no bitch. Feisty one here. I like you.
Next thing you know, your body parts is just like separated throughout several different countries.
And now we're back to the hostile statement.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much for that Mystery Flight Airlines. They pay us to sponsor this shit and do a live vlog. Would you do it?
Well, since it's controlled, yes. I thought it was them just dumping you in some godforsaken place and laughing all the way to the bank. But yeah, since it's like
you do what?
The little mystery flight.
You said, yeah, but why you change your mind? You said yes to what?
Oh, like because if we get paid, and I thought it was like going to be like some
live vlog. I don't know, pay a free trip and food and amenities and cash.
No, nigga. But like someone saying, I'm paying to fatten you up for the salada. I mean, they gonna pay you for the meal before they eat you too. They're cannibals.
No, wait. The thing is, Philip, like after reading about the mystery flights, it's actually a controlled setting. It's not like they'll send you some bumblefuck country, like I assume, and then like leave you for
controlled setting, like an experiment.
Yeah.
And what are they trying to forget? What result are they looking for? What's the hypothesis?
The hypothesis is how
do black people react in uncontrolled environments?
Yeah,
unfamiliar environments.
Like pretty much, if you increase the black population too much, you're probably gonna destabilize a small country with like just 3 of us being dropped off there. I'm pretty sure.
We should
take over small countries like with fucking
like we're
saying
like this is goddamn Mercenaries 2 World in Flames. Like shit.
Like with Saiyans or some shit, we just go like different planets and shit up.
Yeah, we could.
You picture niggas going to different fucking countries that have DC accents, and the whole fucking country have DC accents.
Oh my god! Like, overthrow a country that in itself will warrant an invasion. I wouldn't mind, like, that shit will warrant an invasion from the United States, NATO, whoever the fuck. like that's their national motto is kill. Like, no, fuck.
They get a small minority of DC niggas to take over a small island, and everybody's talking about kill.
Basically, that's Puerto Rico.
They got a fucking DTLR in the fucking.
That's how you know it's over. Once you see a DTLR, a liquor store, and a Foot Locker pop up, it's basically done. It's a
fucking tropical island. Niggas got Helly Hansen beanies on.
Oh my god! I was like, why? He said, don't disrespect, but he said, this is my island culture. I'm like, no, it's not. You freak.
Niggas got Sabiato short sleeve jackets.
Like
on.
Someone takes over Madagascar with Sabiato on.
Yeah, that should be hilarious. You heard it. You heard the fucking Baltimore accents, like the fucking molecular time, or the like the accents. The niggas are speaking like that in Port. Those niggas like they on another planet. That shit is
exactly.
So wild.
It's like listening to space aliens interpret like human language and try to process it. That's like aliens trying to translate English in the middle of translating. They're just saying stuff like
I'm trying to get some suckle yang, suckle you. I'm trying thing with it. I watched that shit so many fucking times, bro. That shit but it's fucked up. It was another nigga. It wasn't even a barber. It was some random like kids. It was like, yes, sir. We just got the haircut, suckle thing, molecular lady. Yeah, me. I was like, what the fuck? Niggas really talk like this. It's crazy. This shit 30 minutes away from us.
Yeah.
How the fuck I never heard this shit?
I don't know what this says about us, what it says about the education system, or what it says about common fucking sense.
That shit is fucking hilarious.
Actually, how about this? What if we all like did like our own mystery flight, but we did it to Charles? Like we just purchased tickets to like some random country, like ourselves. Send them out there with just like $1,000 and say, all right, Charles, you got to survive for like a month before your return flight comes and picks you up.
Call the police.
You get somebody pregnant on a mystery flight in a country where they track.
What type of hypothetical is this? This is like the afterbirth of 90 Day Fiance. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to a mystery flight and pregnant someone, and somehow they track you down using your Facebook post and geolocate you to Brisbane, Australia. And hey, next thing you know,
suckle you. I'm trying to get some suckle yank.
Yeah, just send them that video link. Just send them that video link, and that's all they need to know we're here. Like Philip, what if, like, you know, speaking of this, like Philip, what if you went to, like, we sent you to the Philippines and you got some Philippine girl pregnant?
Yo, Philip, what if you go to the fucking Philippines and you find a nigga who look exactly like you? Like, can those niggas be dark skinned as shit? What if you find a nigga who look exactly like you but with straight hair instead of dreads? And you like, would you do the fusion dance with that nigga if you see him in real life?
It's a thin line between love and hate.
Who the hell want fusion with somebody they look like?
Nigga, that's how the fusion works.
That'll be an unreliable fusion.
You just be a Super Saiyan 3 version of yourself and dreads tied around your waist.
I'd be a Super B.
The latest burger in the world.
You be bilingual. You be
go from chill to super chill, high to super high.
Yeah. Exactly, you get super high just by
you'll basically be Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks.
You'll be bilingual. You know how to roller skate.
Yeah, instead of doing a kamikaze attack, I'll be doing a shotgun attack.
The Super Ghost kamikaze was real. That should be so fucking funny.
Shit, the name doesn't work too well, but the attack does.
You ever watch Naruto?
What about Naruto? We all watch Naruto.
Yes,
we all black.
Not varying degrees.
All right, so I was talking to fucking Taylor. So,
this
nigga, I don't understand why Naruto was that nigga in the show, because this nigga's kind of like a bitch, low-key.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he's because this nigga be geeking over Sasuke. I was like, bruh. This nigga, yeah, I was like, bro, this shit kind of, I think it's gay.
First kiss. You missed that scene, huh?
Yeah, I saw where they kissed. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, ever since then, this nigga been geeked over this man. I was like, ever since then, this nigga been geeked over that man. Nigga, how you accidentally kiss a man and y'all best friend? Like, nah, y'all niggas gay, bro.
And they somehow had like fucking bastard children in the future.
Yeah, they had kids who all hung out and shit. I was like, but this nigga got locked up and all type of shit. I watched a fucking Naruto breakdown while I was at work. Sasuke got locked up because he was on so much fuck shit.
No, he wasn't locked up.
No, he got locked up.
Orochimaru as a puppet to take over his body. So he was like training him to be like a ninja.
Sasuke was rogue. That nigga was rogue. That nigga was just running around looking for Itachi and shit, or doing all kind of bad shit. This nigga joined the militia when he got grown. Yeah, when he got grown, then after him and Naruto fought, put each other on, they locked his ass up, and I was like, yeah, but he got pardoned like Kodak and Lil Wayne because he basically helped the city.
Helped a lot of shit, but yeah.
And I was thinking, it was like, yo, why do they love this nigga so much, bro? Like,
no, it wasn't that. It was like Sasuke flexed on them at the end of Shippuden. What happened? Shippuden. But at Shippuden, when they were fighting Kaguya, or whatever her name was, they basically fought her. And then right at the end of that fight, after they defeated them, they were like, yes, the little eternal spell thing is over. We can free all of our homies. We're good now. We can fix the village. And then just before Kakashi and Sakura and Naruto start opening niggas up the little cocoons, Sasuke's like, hold up real quick though, nigga. We finished defeating these niggas, but you know I'm about to be Hokage here, right? They looked at him like, the fuck? Why would we let you be Hokage? You were like, I mean, which way y'all about to stop me? I'm stronger than all y'all bitches. That's basically
why? Like, that's all I understand. I was like, how the fuck is that Hokage? I don't know how to.
They had a fight to a death, and they both lost their arm in the process. Like shit, they both.
I was like, man. And after they lost their arms, they held hands in the sunset. I was like, man, y'all niggas gay.
That's when you need a fucking Riley Freeman.
Yeah, that shit was so fucking funny. It was such a dramatic moment, but they had a fucking heart to heart after they beat the shit out of each other. And these niggas basically, I think on the game, they like locked pinky fingers, and then the shit went off. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it should have been like, that's when you need Riley to be like, hey, y'all niggas gay.
That shit was
They
so
tried to talk about the string of fate, but I thought it was for couples. Like
that
the pinky
shit was
shit. That's the only time I'm thinking of, but that's definitely for couples, I thought.
Yeah, they was like they locked pink. They was on the ground, and then they was on the ground.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they locked pinkies. But it was another scene where they actually like, I think they held hands or some shit.
That's the original one. That's the one I saw.
Yeah,
But
they held hands.
Shit is normally like it, so I thought the red thread of fate was some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
But I'm like, bro, why these niggas? They don't. Most of each other's life, they haven't been around each other. So why you fuck with this nigga? So these niggas was in 7th grade when this nigga was like, man, fuck this village, I'm leaving.
No, I feel like he was probably like, I thought they were in the teens or something, like at least 13.
It was 13. That's 8th grade. Fuck this nigga, bro.
I guess I'm not going to endorse their men on men love. No judgment. I'm just saying. I'm thinking they probably
they do not have Phillips' endorsement.
Connection. Only because of how they're both orphans most of their life, basically. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
Bro,
I'm thinking it's right. Oh, you pathetic like me. That's how they felt like.
You know what's fucked up? Everybody in the village knew that Naruto's father was the fucking Hokage. Especially this nigga father was Obama. They did not. No one fuck with him because he said he got cursed on him. I would have been like, fuck.
Would you fuck with Obama?
So fast, bro. I was like, fuck all y'all. Fuck y'all niggas, bro. Only nigga that can save the one who cites Naruto with the free noodles. That's it.
The rest of y'all niggas. I mean, the third Hokage was there for him too, technically.
Yeah, he knew the truth. He was like, bruh, nigga, I was supposed to be retired.
I found out. They trying to say he's the one who was paying for his shit. Like, you know how he lived by himself for all that stuff?
Yeah.
According to them, they're trying to say that's who was paying for all his shit. So the third Hokage was the one that was making sure he could live. Apparently, he would have given him like a lot, but he was definitely making sure he could support himself.
This nigga father died for the village. I wouldn't be paying for a motherfucking thing, but that nigga should never have to pay for shit. He should have exempt for everything in that damn village. These motherfuckers would be burned to the ground if it wasn't for his father's sacrifices. The fact that y'all don't fuck with me.
His father and his mother.
Yeah, but they both died over for the game. Man, I'd be like, fuck that.
No. Not really. Think of it this way, though. Think of it full circle. Everything happened because of his father.
Bruh, everything happened because the Leaf Village is hot.
The Leaf Village got attacked by the Fox because it was controlled by his student, who they left for dead because they considered him second rate to Kakashi. They didn't give him a chance. So they started guarding him. You feel me? And the bitch was putting him to the side because they thought he was a side nigga as well. You feel me? In my opinion, everything started with everybody in his group said, hey, you a weak ass nigga. And then after he gave Kakashi his eye, like, hey, protect my bitch for me. Next series, you just put a hole through my bitch heart. You feel me? So
Kakashi low-key a finesser. And this nigga really don't do shit in all reality. He don't really do shit in all reality. Not think about it. He poked niggas in the ass. That's only original mood he had.
I think they got original. That's a Korean tradition. They stole that one too. That's a copy technique.
Fuck out of here with them Korean that shit.
Niggas got with like dumb or something like that.
Okay, like bro, this nigga get Hokage. This nigga gonna have original idea. He definitely finesse. He the Albert Einstein of this shit.
Right, shit. His superpower is in the head.
Don't cap. All right.
Oh my god.
Naruto definitely show up in the next Hokage, but they're like, hey, that nigga too young. Who's next? Hey, Kakashi lived through that bitch. Hey, Kakashi, you busy? That's crazy how that
you take over for us? You know you ain't doing shit. I'm like, bro. I know nigga who had growth. Guys like, how the fuck this bitch? What? Him? Listen to this bitch ass nigga.
The white man can see me now.
Listen to this bitch ass nigga, bro.
You know,
nigga stole my YouTube.
I just thought about that. You know, since we're on the subject of like anime in general, have y'all continued reading that manga? What was it called? Happiness.
I've been reading it still. The farthest I got was still right after, or a little bit right after the hospital scene when he breaks out of that bitch and found what happens to Nora.
Yeah, that shit was
I was fucked
hilarious.
up.
Yeah, that shit was
You're
like
dead.
ignorant. She was like, Nora.
No. You see what you said.
Yeah,
You said what you said.
Yeah,
He said
Nora.
that joke was
Yeah,
hilarious.
it was hilarious because he was like, Nora. He was like, Nora. He said Nora, and then he goes in that room and he sees all that shit, and then the other guy was like, oh, he's like, oh, they cut her apart and put her back.
They must have cut her up.
I like how they turned on that man. He was like, yeah, it took me a minute to grow some arms and legs. I think it was like a little like baby.
It took him 10 years to do that shit. He said. He still looked like an Oompa Loompa. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, you like an Oompa Loompa over 10 years? It's going to take like, what,
yeah, the funny part was, I was like, they cut up Nora into that pile of shit. But then, like, hopefully we ain't spoiling this for people who want to read it. But, like, you know, spoilers.
We ain't give details.
Yeah, there's no details, so there's no context. Yeah, there's no context to this, so, like, you don't understand it. Ooh.
Well, oh my god. Let me just tell you though. The part for me that sounded cruddy on that scene was after he found that out. He was like, the only thing that helped me make it through all that torture was the fact that she kept screaming my name. Yeah. I think to myself, you're saying the fact for screaming for help made you feel comforted over the 10 years? That's a big move in itself.
Also kind of funny how like they cut her up and put her in a... Look, I was finding it funny. Like they cut her up and put her in the fucking jars where they left this nigga on the operating table. Like they're like, oh,
yeah, that is fucked up. You're right. Yeah. That's like the most biased, one-sided experiment hypothesis ever.
And then like I like how she took a bullet for that. No, she took a bullet for that nigga too.
And then everything else she took from him too.
Yeah.
Or they took from her.
And then I like how that one dude literally fucked his girlfriend for like God knows like for an entire day, and then his dad came in and was like, I mean her dad came in and was like, what the fuck? Beat the shit out of him and then he killed him.
He was fucking his own girlfriend. I'm against his own girlfriend.
Yeah, that was his own girlfriend. The one who was sucking his weed.
That was stupid, yeah.
The fuck is that?
You should have hung out with him. That's all I know.
That nigga said sucking his weed.
Yeah, his weed.
Is that what he said in the fucking manga?
No, I'm trying to keep I was trying to keep it PG, even though we been swearing all up and down, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
The fuck would it change your heart, Alice? We just had a fucking boring third world country prostitution breakdown.
Yeah. Wait. Did any of y'all touch upon that other joint? What was it called? Dead Tube?
Yeah, I haven't read any of that yet.
I read all the fucking available chapters for that. I was entertained as graphic and over the top that fucking manga is. And at least it's more interesting of a fucking page turner than like fucking modern American comics right now, because those are just mostly ass.
That's not, you're right, it's not even a competition. Like saying, like, comics are good, but no comics is on the same level as. I don't know. They don't get as excited as a manga or anime.
Yeah, because comics now is more like pissing in a fucking like fan. Like you're of course like you'll piss and a spray back onto you, but like are you gonna laugh?
I don't know. You lost me. I don't laugh about it before or after. But what piss on them?
I don't know what the represents are.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you talk about R. Kelly shit. So
you laughing?
But like for example, for most comics now, like most superhero comics now, it's like I can't even like get excited.
Political statements.
It's either that or it's just stupid shit for the sake of like nonsense. At least with a manga, it could be like, for example, like the fucking plot to Dead Tube is kids making videos of like ultra violence or fucking sex, and then like of course like yeah, it's basically like that. It's like TikTok and YouTube combined with what the fuck, and you and like that whole thing, the whole premise of the show, even though it's fucking basic and like as basic as you could get. It's fucking entertaining. You have character development, character growth. You fucking see like fucking personalities you would see for like
It's
what?
like Invincible.
Yeah, like you can fucking people see for like one chapter or like a few pages, and they have more impact than like a fucking comic book character now. Like fucking, have y'all seen the new Static Shock? That miserable fuck. I don't want to hang out with him anymore.
You can read a new comic. I haven't read it yet.
I'm like, yes, it's fucking terrible. Like, it's like the whole thing was okay. Think about Static Shock when he used to come on Cartoon Network or the CW, where it's just like some quirky kid, and he's like, oh well, like cool, and then he just hangs out in the villain. Okay, yeah, it's like Virgil.
Actual comic.
Yeah, here's the thing: Virgil was more like it was more relatable in that version of him. This version of Virgil is just a piece of shit who basically hates anything that doesn't have like melanated skin. And he fucking just goes around being a miserable. Yeah,
Virgil's best friend was white.
Oh, he don't exist in this comic. So that's the
thing. That's fluke. Come on, say even in the original comics, when he wasn't pro-black, I mean, he was black. Don't get me wrong. He went like against black people, but I mean, he went like extremely pro-black. He had a best friend who was white. He was dating a white girl who was dating a Spanish girl named Frida.
Wait. Before you get into that, Philip, I'm going to tell you something stupid.
As well.
Like, Philip, I'm going to tell you something stupid. So, like, his, like, Spanish girlfriend, right? So, I can't remember the name. His name escaped me, but you know the dude with the fire powers?
Yeah.
So, in the new comic, he's basically, he was basically a white supremacist. Like, and
always been white supremacist.
But no, wait. But let me finish this. He's a white supremacist, but he wants to date his Spanish girlfriend, like Virgil's Spanish.
He always been that way.
But in his context, it doesn't make any sense.
It does. Every racist white person's like that. Think about that. Think of every white civilization that colonized a non-white place. They don't talk about any male of their non-race, but they break every single female to confirm.
Yeah, they do be having fun. Why?
Their thing is just because I don't like the male population doesn't mean I want to have sex with the other population. You feel me?
Their thing is I don't have to like and respect you to want to fuck you.
Basically, and they're also thinking me doing that is also diluting your population anyway.
Yeah, it's
that way. They see it as I'm turning your population off.
All right, we're varying too much in the Charles territory.
But
you brought that up.
I'm thinking of that nigga D-Mob. It's a nigga with the shadow with the cornrows.
Ebok. Or some shit. Ebon.
Some shit. It's something like that. Yeah. One of the Bang Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not even an original character and stuff in that show.
Are they called Bang Babies now?
That was always what they were called.
Yeah. They're still called that.
In the comics, they were called Bang Babies too. We'll call it Big Bang Attack or whatever that shit.
Yeah, the Big Bang Attack.
Babies.
Where a bunch of
Bang Babies
is a
blew up. Bang Babies is a tough ass name.
Yeah. They were gang members. Remember? In the actual comic, is another gang called the.
I think that's what made it. Like,
that's why I fuck with them.
I like Static Shock. These niggas is like gang members with personalities. They're not just like. You know how old tropes motherfuckers have like do-rags and fake. They like Memphis Bleak and shit. They have do-rags and big ass shirts or bandanas.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers actually people who got like who just are kind of nut ass people with powers. You can see who the fuck these people really are.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily something after the show, but it's just like, oh shit, okay.
You definitely want to read Blood Syndicate. That's exactly what that shit is.
That made me not want to kill him. You can beat the shit out of them, but like,
not what to kill them.
Because any of them other motherfuckers, it's like, if they die, it's like, whatever, they should have died. But it's like, nah, these niggas are actually people with personalities. So, like, it make you
not. How they made you feel. Yeah. That was the whole point of it.
I was like, dang. Yeah, exactly. Like, they in a gang, but it's not like, they should all die.
Yeah.
Kill them off.
Yeah, like their comics, they talked about like different like racial issues. They talked about poverty. They talked about sometimes single parent households. They talked about white on white violence. They talk about how some women were mistreated composed of men. Like that actual comic had a whole lot of like
What year it come out?
Topics, I guess, for that
It came
time.
out like the 70s, I think. The earliest ones was like Static Shock.
Like 70s or 80s, like 1980s, 1970s, I think.
Yeah, I never.
By McDuffie. Look it up. Like you guys look at it now. Like look up Blood Syndicate. They're doing like it's a good one. They're from the same comic, Static's in the same universe. His name not really Static Shock. His name is Static. The show was called Static Shock. But yeah, so his name's Static. The show was called Static Shock, but the actual comic was called Static, and everybody called him Static. But basically, yeah, the group I was talking about, basically, they were in the same little gang fight when the big bang attack happened, and they were actually already a gang. So it was like one dude whose new name was like Holocaust. He was like a blood member. He had like dread. I was like fire. Another dude whose name was Second Nine. He had power to like somehow make guns appear out of his hands out of nowhere. So he could like make any gun appear out of his hands, like over that ammo. He also had a pet dog whose name was Dog. Somebody like a dog with double G. Like Snoop Dogg, but it was Dog.
It was Snoop Dogg.
And because it was there, like spelled the same way, like DOGG. And because it was there doing the thing as well, it got the ability to talk. It was a female brother, like a Spanish group or a Puerto Rican group. They ended up getting a power of one dude was able to fade back in and out of time, past and present. And his name was Fade. Another girl called Flashback, and she'll go back 3 or 5 times, like 3 or 5 seconds into the future. I mean, it was like 5 seconds into the past, some shit. But she also being a drug addict. So it goes to the whole lot of shit on there. There was one white kid who was in that joint too. He ended up getting a power kind of like the Hulk, but he turned into like a werewolf creature. But it was like a rat. So his name was called Farming or some shit.
Deuce Rat.
There's like a lot of weird people on that shit, but it's good. Like another female creature, like a living brick or some shit. So it's a lot of wild random stuff. But there's Asians in that group, there's Spanish people, Puerto Ricans, black people.
They black.
Gay people. I mean, had a whole lot of different like demographics in that group.
Oh wait, I got.
And they all work with each other at the same time.
What was I gonna say?
And like Robin crack horses for the whole series, by the way.
It's kind of like how like well, I don't know. This kind of is like slightly off topic with this, but like it's kind of like the thing with like the Samurai Jack, like how it came out before,
so
but
much
then
Samurai Jack.
Like to the new joint where it was like on Adult Swim, like the last season.
Like, watch all the old
like think about it like that, like because they did like a tone, like not really much of a tone shift to it, but it was like, okay, we're gonna keep the same formula of Samurai Jack, which is gonna add like a little bit more like edge to it with like blood.
You like that one better than the old ones? You like the more gory one better than the old ones?
I mean, like the whole thing it wasn't that much like gore to begin with. It was like blood.
I mean, other reason is gore because you know Jack will fucking kill a nigga now. Before I mean, that wasn't even thought in your head.
I haven't watched that one yet.
He almost like Maroni. I mean, he do it, but he did it by mistake, and he just he did it by mistake, and then he just like, man, it's either them or me. But the old Samurai Jack, because I watch this shit like every day now, because it's always on TV, like fucking 5 in the morning. I happen to be up. Samurai Jack was a weird ass show. That motherfucker. That's probably one of the. I forgot how weird that shit is.
Always weird.
That bitch is weird.
Like the last season had like a whole bunch of callbacks to like previous episodes, which I kind of liked. It was like, oh yeah, because like it at least made it like point like. Cause like all the people he helped free, they at least like say, oh yeah, like the people he helped out all helped him out in the end and shit. Kind of like wrapping the series.
Would you call Samurai Jack a sci-fi show? That's kind of what it is.
Kind of, yeah. It takes place.
It would be a historical or like a historical or.
It's like one of those retro. It's like one of those retro super future. I never even thought about it being sci-fi until I was like, damn, what this shit is.
You going really back to the past?
Yeah. And it's like talking dogs and fucking robot. I mean, like monkey men and shit helping them. But these niggas is like good dudes. Yeah, and it's like, damn, this is a weird ass show. Like this nigga was really tripping. I don't know how you go to Dexter's Laboratory to that shit. But
it was from Powerpuff Girls to that shit.
Yeah,
Oh
because this nigga
yeah,
made both of the
He's
shows.
the
yeah.
same
He made
professor.
multiple shows. Like he made
He
Dexter's
made a
Lab,
hella shit.
Powerpuff Joe's, Samurai Jack. He also made that one show that was kind of like Samurai Jack, but it was like about robots or some shit. I can't remember what it was called because I only watched like
Yeah.
2
Oh,
episodes.
talk about what happened to Robot Jones.
No, not that.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. It was like a newer one. It was like not too old. It came on
My
after
life as
Samurai
a
Jack around
teenage
age.
robot.
Nah, that's nah. It came on cartoon. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like about like these 3 people who were robots, and it was like silent. I just remember because I only saw 2 fucking episodes of this, but I saw his name like associated, and it like had like the same animation style as Samurai Jack or a similar style to it.
I can't help it.
What do you think about like movies? Like, what do you think about the movie scene now? Because I be seeing like
What
I can't remember any
scene?
fucking. I mean, I can't
About
remember any movies that came out like the last 3 years.
There is no
On
such thing as a fucking movie scene. Either everything is a reboot, a remake, or some fuck shit
exactly,
they
bro.
just drag out from the asshole of like
Only
creativity.
thing that's still brought back is like Fast 9 that I could think of off top.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
the
like,
problem. Fast fucking
a
9.
new movie coming out.
but I seen Helen
Black
Mirren
Widow
was in that shit. I seen Helen Mirren was in that shit picking up Vin Diesel from London. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? I was like, I thought this was a Chevrolet commercial. I was like, why the fuck is Helen Mirren picking up Vin Diesel? That shit was funny as shit. And I was like,
they had a car commercial. They had a Geico commercial fused in with a Black Widow movie
Yeah, I
commercial.
saw that shit on like when I was like came up in the YouTube ad. I was confused. You're like, oh yeah, go check out Black Widow the movie. I'm like, what the fuck?
I have like, are you okay? He was like, yeah, I just have
Black Widow
flashback or PSD or some shit.
Yeah,
I see that shit so many times on YouTube. That shit still didn't make me want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to watch it before, but that movie itself, that scene itself doesn't do it for me.
I was like, what is this for?
I watched for?
I've seen the Fast 9 preview. I'm like, what am I supposed to enjoy in this movie? Because I have no idea what's going on at all.
The banter between Ludacris and Tyrese.
That's it. And Bow Wow.
Yeah.
That's it. They said Bow Wow. I'm like, nigga, when the only niggas be back in it? I have no idea how could he possibly be in this movie, but he's supposed to be in there.
He begged.
You don't even know these niggas.
I know, he begged.
He
No, he does. He knows Juan, the Asian nigga.
He did.
Tokyo Drift. That's the only reason why he probably say that he got associated with them.
That
nigga was one of them where they had 2 little Spanish dudes with the afro who like the found demolition niggas. I mean, they were only in one movie too. They were associated with somebody. I mean, I guess.
Nah, that was Paul Walker, man. But Bow Wow literally doesn't know any of these niggas. And that nigga's supposed to be selling Jordans in fucking Japan or wherever the fuck they was at.
I thought he was just pooping outright in Japan.
Really, this nigga was he wasn't even his childhood friend. Nigga just like only other American nigga there. So like, yo, we might as well be friends. I'm black, you're white, let's make it happen. I ain't about to take you back to America with me, nigga. What the fuck?
You gonna go to America? I can't stop that. Tell you.
This nigga live in the rural South. Well, he live in California, but I guess this nigga super country for whatever reason. I have no idea what's going
on. For some reason, I can't answer.
Yeah, I'm like, I
don't know about controlling with him in there yet.
All I know is That's the best part of it.
I know that song.
That's the best shit in Fast and Furious series ever.
The Tokyo Drift. That's what it's called.
I don't have any real memory of that shit besides that and when Paul Walker called Tyrese cuz. Don't worry about cuz. That shit was funny as shit. I can't remember nothing else from that movie. I remember The Rock was in it saying a bunch of puns. I was like, yo, there's no way I can hang out with this nigga doing life-threatening missions. I will fucking let this nigga smoke. I was like, you won't shut the fuck up, bro. Only reason I get this nigga around if he joined on Tyrese more. Nigga Tyrese selling skirts. But yeah, you think I can't. I don't know.
I watch enough movies
Oh
to
my
know not to give
gosh.
a fuck.
Do y'all know what this dude's name was in Tokyo Drift?
Bow Wow.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Was it Lamar's?
Twinkie.
Oh, nigga, she's a bitch.
I
Somebody gonna
just
ski boat
looked
pop
up
out
Bow Wow, the new Fast and Furious film. This joint said Bow Wow is back in the next Fast and Furious film. He can be seen briefly in the latest trailer for Fast 9. It said out this summer. Bow Wow appeared as the character Twinkie in Tokyo Drift, the third film in Fast Saga. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I'm just confused. I have no
Why
idea.
would you call yourself Twinkie? How is that cool?
Why don't you go for your real name?
It was early
It was
2000s.
It was the last minute, right? It's about early 2000s. Niggas was weird as shit in early 2000s. I'm not gonna lie, like niggas was fucking off they rocker back then.
Yeah, it was like the collapse of like the 90s rap scene, and so they had to cobble together something else afterwards, and then next thing you know, we got B2K.
Yeah, I don't understand that shit. I don't understand boy bands all together, to be honest. I don't even understand. I don't even understand K-pop boy bands.
Okay, here's how you understand K-pop boy bands. Imagine every boy band from America from the 90s, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, that type of shit, and then just apply it now. That's it. That's really the only concept.
It's entirely too many of these niggas.
But yeah, they set it up like a fucking legion,
group.
like the Burger King.
I was like, what the fuck? They all got matching suits on and shit. Like, why there's so many of these niggas? What the fuck? Is somebody about to get jumped at a concert?
Yeah, it's marketing. You get like, once like they get old and phased out, you just replace them with somebody else. Like if you had like a 3-man group and then like each one of them phased out and you just swap them out, that's kind of boring. But if you got a 9-man group, like you can swap them in and out like fucking like
you'll never care when one disappears.
I was about to say something that could be construed as racist, so I'm not gonna say it. But I was just gonna say you can swap them out like a deck of cards.
You say you can just swap them out easy. It's kind of racist already. Cause I think the fans would know, like, oh my god, Evan's missing.
No, I'm not saying like you don't know the difference. It's just that like say like one guy is about to turn 30, the rest are like 23, 24. You replace him with like a 21-year-old fresh face and stuff. I'm not saying it's like someone replaces his name and identity. Hopefully you get like a career in like Korean soap opera or like TV shows and shit and like, retire off of whatever the fuck he got left. Or do commercials.
Off of that. He can use his likeness every fucking where.
Yeah.
If you talking about how horrible this shit gotta go through, I'm like, niggas do that shit for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you set up for life, you in a band. Nigga, all you gotta do is show up and do a pop band school.
Yeah.
Don't sound that bad.
I was like, it's until like here you have to at least make it to the first record deal. If you can at least make it to the first record deal and then not fuck everything up afterwards, it's fine.
Yeah, you gotta be polished and not get robbed.
Yeah.
Because you do everything right. As soon as a nigga rob you and talk about it, you're done.
Quavo.
Regardless. Not Quavo. Literally had to fuck. These niggas had to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
All right. What about Tyler album? DJ Drama.
I haven't heard anything from Tyler since 2015.
Jesus Christ.
2015, 16, I don't know about it.
Like, call me if you get lost. I think it was 2015? That had to have been which
Wolf?
Flower Boy?
Huh?
Nah, 2017. Was it Wolf?
Yeah, I think the last thing I saw
that was Cherry Bomb probably.
How about the jump where they had him miniaturized and he was like bouncing on this girl's ass?
Oh yeah, that's
Cherry Bomb.
No, that was the shit from Tamale.
Yeah,
I hated that shit.
Yeah.
This nigga progressed crazy. Completely kind of a different person. I didn't like that nigga way back in high school.
Obviously, to me, that nigga carried me through high school.
Yeah, that's that makes sense.
Are you hurt? Have we already assumed that?
Yeah, when you just saying something in the manga, the girl got mutilated. You said it was hilarious. So what the fuck? That doesn't surprise anybody.
Friday, like right there.
Niggas used to talk about drugging off on corpses and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's not even they said that shit. I'm like,
catch us off guard no more.
I'm like, I get it. He's a crazy guy.
Here,
nigga.
And this guy here.
Nah, this nigga was. He kind of one of the leaders for the nail polish gang.
Who, Omar?
No.
What?
Omar have nail polish.
I never wore fucking nail polish to begin with. I was like, oh, what the?
If you pop up with fucking nail polish and half your head shaved and the other side is still
long
dread,
you would have a legal obligation to shoot me in the face. Like that's
that's where I get myself a bang.
That means I went off the deep end at that point.
Nigga going to fucking them leather DuPont, leather fucking Adams Morgan parties.
That shit was still creepy. I like walking past. We walked past that place. I said, "Why is that dude wearing like leather S&M gear and that's a thing leading down to like a fucking basement somewhere?" I was like, "Get away!"
That shit was hilarious, bro. We walk in the fuck Adams Morgan. We see this nigga in the patent leather, shiny ass. What? I have no idea whatever the fuck you just called it. It looked like a vest.
S&M shit.
It looked like one of them waist trainers, but it was like longer. That shit was so fucking. We was like, what the fuck? And it's like off the street of the main street that everybody be on. I don't even know what that street even called, but it's like on the back street.
Yeah.
It's like a pool hall beside it, and then it was like, and then there's a basement. It was like, what if you have to go to the bathroom and go down there?
You know, I'm. Like,
please, son, can I use your bathroom?
No.
Oh, right.
Wait. Before let's end this off. Like, let's end this episode off on like a tale from there. And Willie, remember when we did go to Adams Morgan and it was like New Year's and it was like just an assortment of fucking weird shit was happening for no reason.
Yeah, that was a fun ass night. That had me no faith in humanity.
Yeah, like we just saw like that somebody. Like attempt to like take this girl's wallet in front of us, and then like when he got called out on it, and it was like, "Oh, I see you looking out for your fellow man and stuff." I'm like,
yeah. I tried to stop a robbery. I was like, yeah, this bitch gonna go off, and I'm thinking like she's not about to assume it's me.
Yeah.
But she dropped. They both drunk. She drunk as shit for whatever reason. I'm like, how the fuck are you so drunk? What the hell?
And the guy is burnt the fuck out.
And the nigga just staring into space like, yeah, damn. They're playing Roddy Ricch in here, damn. But whatever the fuck I say, they're not saying shit. She dropped her wallet in a card and shit, and I was like, excuse me, you dropped your card. She didn't want to hand me. I said, you dropped your card. He was like, oh. Then the nigga walked past, like, he came up the street and walked past and just wiped this shit. Like, I was like, yo, that's your shit right there. He was like, what? He's like, give my fucking wallet if I smack the shit out of you. He was like, oh, this you? He was like, oh, what, this you? He was like, oh, my bad. Yeah. He was like, yeah, man, you looking out for your brother, man. Yeah. And I was
whole time I was behind. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like looking at the whole scene unfold. I was like, did this random dude just walk past and pick it up? Because I saw him and then he opened it to see if he cashed.
He definitely opened that shit and everything. So he said, he dapped me up. He walked off and she started like cussing and shit. So he back a line. So I'm thinking like, yo, this nigga about to jump us because I just fucked up his link. Because I was like, let me turn around and see where the fuck this nigga went. I definitely fucked up his play for the day.
You're like, yeah, I see you, bro. I see you looking out for your fellow man. I'm like, you are about to walk off stealing this person's wallet. The fuck are you on about?
He walked up, probably think that was my lunch money right there.
And now he would have came up like shit. So he back in line and shit, right? They out of nowhere they start playing fucking Michael Jackson in the club. A lot of shit. So they open the doors like, is that fucking Michael Jackson? Why the fuck are they playing that at New Year's night? So these dyke girls was like, oh yeah, Enrique rocked the boogie.
Exactly.
Or whatever the fuck it was. It was like, okay. And then after they played Roddy Ricch. So these white people left the club, and this nigga had a 6-pack of unopened beer. This nigga was fucking geeked out of his mind. His eyes was like open, big as shit.
I remember he was like, "Oh my god, there's so many black people here."
It's oh my god, the drugs are wearing off. There's black people everywhere. Nigga looking so fucking like he saw a lion on the street or some shit. That shit was funny as fuck. And we walked, and then after we walked up the block and shit. It's like it's like an outdoor lounge and shit. This old man like knocked over a glass, and security was like, "God damn, motherfucker!"
I was laughing too damn hard at that.
And we was just like, "What the fuck?" And the whole day we kept saying that, and I was like, "Oh my god, he always wearing red. He a super blood." And I was saying that literally the whole day.
That's superhero.
And then we went to McDonald's, and we surprised. To our surprise, she was closed. So we saw this white girl. She was like, "I can't believe these motherfuckers is closed. That's some old fuckboy shit, man." And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy." Yeah. And I had a red and yellow hat on. She was like, "But you go in there and make my sandwich just like you work there." And I was like, "Oh, damn, you ain't about to join on me on fucking New Year's. You can't come in here like that." And I was like, "This white girl really just cut me up right now? What the fuck?"
No, like imagine the whole night. I'm like, Mom, can you come pick me up? I'm scared.
I hate it here.
Jaden Smith shit. I'm gonna go home.
But that shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
I don't fucking like going out. I half the time don't even like going out to DC. Period. It's like usually I go out, some weird shit be occurring, and then it's like, oh god.
What's the craziest shit you ever saw in the metro?
The craziest shit I ever saw in the metro?
Yeah.
Nothing really crazy. I saw like this one dude about to get into a fight for no fucking reason because the guy was. What happened? I was like on the way to like what? I think Adams Morgan or U Street. I can't remember. I was on the way there and I was like on my phone. This guy sitting in the back and this other guy came in. So this dude was like on his phone talking loud, and then he had said something, but then the guy was like, "Yo, can you keep it down?" The dude on the phone was like, "Oh, hold on 1 second." He got up in this guy's face. He was like, "What? What'd you say?" He said, "I gotta keep it down." He was like yelling in his face, like, come on, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I didn't say. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So then next stop, the older guy got scared and ran off the station and started talking about bitch ass nigga. Then he sat back down. He said, "Sorry about that, babe." I'm like, the fuck? Like, that shit was more weird than anything.
That time we went to Georgetown, and we came back, and then we saw like a group of dreadheaded niggas just fighting in the
yeah. Oh yeah, and then I just remember like Philip was
the whole time. I remember y'all both started going dreads at the same time, but Philip dreads was longer. I was like, "Yo, what if somebody mistake Philip with one of the ops and they had his glasses?" And I was like, "Damn, we got to jump in this fucking random ass fight with these." And then all the white people in the little briefcase and business suit just stopped in the subway and just start watching them and shit. I was like, bro,
I just like thought this was what funny because like this one dude with dreads like swung and missed, and the other dude hit him. You heard that shit because the dude just fell back. I was like,
I remember we came from the other side of the stairs and we just saw these niggas fighting on the stairs and that shit just led down the stairs and none of these niggas paid the toll. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? That shit was so damn funny, bro. It was like 7 niggas and out of nowhere they just stopped and ran separate ways. I was like, what happened to me? These niggas run away.
I remember that. No, I forgot. This was the funny part. When we went to Georgetown with William one time, and like when we got on the train, it was like Philip, you were there. It was like me, Willie, and William. We went to like Georgetown. And when we got on the train, what happened was like this, like there was like this gay guy like having a conversation like randomly on the train. Next thing you know, at one of the stops, this like Asian dude walks in with a clipboard, and I'm like listening to William talk about bullshit, and then like,
I got my headphones in.
Yeah, the Asian guy's like, excuse me. He had a clipboard. I thought he like for some reason I got nervous. I was like, for some reason I thought a terrorist attack was about
nervous
to happen.
As shit. Dude, I was like, bro, we about to die in this. No, I thought this nigga about to, because I remember I had my headphones in and William Omar was talking. I was like a seat in front of him. And nigga claimed me on the clipboard. And I thought he was about to say, excuse me. this is all over, and the fucking
Yeah.
the back train about to blow up or some shit.
Yeah.
Why did I make y'all think he was
I don't like it
This
was
nigga-
random.
He had
just
a
came
blazer on, and he had a suit and shit on, and he just stood in front of the train, and everybody
Yeah.
like he in front.
Boy, that's a funny nigga. Continue.
So
He
like,
stopped and looked. He stopped and looked at us. That shit was.
and then he was like, excuse
Hey,
me.
look.
He was like, excuse me. Then all of a sudden he was like, Jesus loves us. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? The nigga William had his hand on his chin, like listening hard as shit to this guy.
That shit was funny as shit.
And then like, no, imagine behind us,
I didn't-
the gay dude started pole dancing and shit. Like,
Yeah,
behind
that nigga
us.
started twerking it. That shit was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The gay dude was behind us. The gay dude. I can't remember who he was behind him.
Yeah, he was behind him.
He was behind him, like doing like pole dancing and shit on the fucking holding rail. William was listening with so much intention. I was like, and I had my headphone. I had one headphone, and I was like, "What the fuck is he saying to make William pay attention so damn hard?"
Yeah.
And Omar was looking confused. I'm like, "Let me take my headphones off, see what this nigga talking about." So I took my headphones off. He was like, "And I love Jesus."
And then he started, and then in the middle he started coughing hard. He's like,
hard as
and then
shit.
he was like, sing. I'm like, who the fuck is saying that?
It's like 3 in the morning. So while he kept on singing, the gay dude in the background was still dancing. He turned around and said, "Stop that!"
Exactly.
And the nigga stopped. He said,
I was trying so hard not to laugh.
And I was like, "Bro, what the fuck is going?" And then he got off in LaFont Plaza.
Yeah,
and we never saw him again.
no, I didn't like when he stopped. And then it was like, is this someone in the back started awkwardly clapping? William started clapping too. He's like, thank you. I was like, nigga, why are you clapping? I remember I said, nigga, why are you fucking clapping? He's like, bro,
was that so awkward clapping the playing shit?
Yeah, exactly.
He decided to be himself. He said, I respect that.
Right, it was like one of them slow claps, and then it came to a big clap. That shit was funny as shit. Like, thank you.
Ovation.
Yeah.
Thank you. That shit was so fucking funny, bro.
That shit when he said stop that to the guy, I was trying
to stop that.
I almost popped the gasket because I was trying so hard not to laugh. I had to keep my head down because I was like,
bro, that shit
was like visually like the most what the fuck thing I've ever seen on the Metro, and it made me like
He was the most physically pleasing thing you've seen on the bus in a long time. I thought you about to say.
I seen a lot of shit on the Metro. Because I just had to watch people. And if I have my headphones in, I'm way too much attentive goes on them. I'm way too intensive in other people's lives than I should be.
Yeah, because people talk loud as shit.
They loud as shit. I seen this girl basically talking about how much she hate her mom. But it's not like, I hate you, mom. Like, nah, this girl a nigga. She a hood. She got off a Minnesota Avenue stop. So that should tell you everything. So she was like, this is by far not one of the wildest shit, but I just made me think about it. It was like, yeah, bitch gonna be fucked up. Like, that's what you gotta do, nigga. We even know you, bitch. I go with my grandmother anyway. Bitch, don't go a fuck, bitch. Fuck that bitch. And she was like, I'm not gonna disrespect her because it's my mother and I can never do that. I was like, what? It was a one time I didn't have my headphones. I heard everything this bitch was saying. And this is a little skinny, short, little itty bitty ass girl. You're talking about, I smacked the shot that bitch. What the fuck? Y'all me paying me fucked up, you dumb bitch. As you got a new nigga. You act like you don't know us, man. Fuck you and that nigga. So she going off, right? So she talking to her friend. So her friend was like, yeah, I guess she was like, yeah, girl, that's crazy. So are you still going to such and such this weekend? He was like, what? Yeah. I don't want to be telling you about my mother and shit. You want to tell me about going out making moves? Man, fuck you, bitch. You ain't trying to hear nothing I have to say, bitch. Fuck you. I don't want to fuck you, bitch. And she run off and she started yelling. She off and stop. And I was like, what?
She's going through something.
I heard this nigga. Nah, I told Omar, it's like this nigga who be like, you know, the niggas be asking random people for money and shit. Yeah. This nigga asked my man for like, we I got off of work. He asked my man, was like, hey, bro, can I get $20? And he was like,
Like,
I don't
what?
he was like, I don't got it. And I was like, this nigga asked you for $20.
Yeah,
so this nigga walking up and down the platform. Yeah, the Smithsonian platform and shit too. So this nigga asked us just like, nah, bro. He was like, oh, got it. So the nigga walked down and came back. And we like needed like the top carts was going opposite way. So we were like the second or third cart in. He walked all the way down to the end and came back. So the nigga got it on our cart and just asked me for money left and right. Like, hey, bro, can I get $1? Can I get $5? And then it's like a bunch of motherfuckers who go out for work at Smithsonian. They work for the government. He was like, damn, why nobody on this fucking train got no money? All y'all niggas broke. What the fuck? All y'all broke as shit. Everybody. He asking like these old white people for money and shit. So everybody, they looking nervous as shit. But this one hood girl. That's why you gotta fuck with the hood girls, because she was like, he said, how you mad at everybody because you a broke bitch? And I was like, oh. So I just started dying. So my man started fucking dying. So, before that, she was like, yeah, I seen a nigga before. He said he left and got some Bojangles, and then nigga asked him for some fries. He was like, nah. He was like, I can't get a fucking fry. He was like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. I smack the shit out you. He went off on him. So I guess this nigga so burnt he forgot that shit happened. So he asked him for $20. Yeah, I think he just recognized his face. So the girl was, and fast forward, the girl was like, how you mad at everybody because you a broke bitch? he was like, what? Fuck you, bitch. Am I talking to you? He said, nigga, fuck you, broke ass nigga. How you complain about everybody? You get a fucking job. He was like, he said, look at your shoes, you dusty bitch. Fuck out of you. He said, she was like, look at you got dusty ass shoes and hold your shirt, you dusty bitch. Get a fucking job. He was like, suck my dick. He said, no, he said, suck a dick, bitch. He said, I will, but it won't be yours, you broke bitch. And she's like, she left off in the metro, bro. I was dying in that bitch, bro. All the white people were just looking so astonished, but I was fucking crying. I was that shit had me fucking weak. So I will. This nigga started kirking off for her, follow to the like. Yeah, they went and separated. I was on the train. They got off, so I don't know what the fuck happened after that. But that shit was funny.
They heard her.
That shit, she never heard that nigga feelings. Exactly. It was another time. This nigga
for some milk. Oh my god.
This nigga gave me. It was another time. The nigga, I basically got a whole full court analysis of fucking. I got a play by play of a fight this nigga just got into 5 minutes before he got on the train. Bro, that shit was fucking serious, bro. This nigga talking. I had no idea because I'm faced behind these niggas. It's like fucking. I guess like 4 or 5 niggas got on the train. It was like, yeah, bro, now you fucked up. I ain't going for that shit. So I like clock your dumb ass the fuck. Like, yeah, bro, shit, I'm with you. I don't blame you, bro. Like, cause I did the same thing. So I guess some shit happened over some girl. Somebody was messing with somebody girl, and it was like, Brian, what your bitch, bro? Everybody done fuck that bitch. My man hit, bro. Like, bro, she a slut, bro. How you gonna come for me? Cause your bitch a slut. And he was like, and then nigga walking up to you said, yeah, bro. And he walked up to me like, we got a problem. I almost up his ass right there. I was like, I ain't chill. He said, yeah, that's why I had to clock his ass. So apparently this nigga dropped him, and then his other man tried to get into it. So I guess it's like 5 niggas versus 2. So these niggas like got in a huge fight in the fucking La Pop Plaza, and they got on the train and started talking about it. Nigga, that shit was the funniest shit I ever heard, bro. It's like these niggas broke down a football game or some shit. And most niggas played, bro. I was like, who the fuck is this bitch they're talking about? Like, bro, she fucked everybody, bro. Fuck everybody on the south side, bro. Like, the fuck got me fucked up. I ain't about to fight you over this bitch, but I will up your dumb ass again. Don't ever get close to me. Like, I was like, yo. I wanted to turn around. I was like, yo, who the fuck are these niggas? This shit just happened. These niggas are so upset about this. And I was dying on that.
You were mixing with a recording.
Bruh, I wish I would have recorded that shit. That shit was fucking hilarious.
You know, on my old phone, I actually did record that Jesus loves us bit, but I don't know if I have that video anymore.
Fucking Metro stores.
Actually,
Metro
41.
I remember when I was at the gift shop, a man was like, "Yeah, that's why I like riding the metro. You get it's the key to the city, see everything you want." And
It's
he's
the
like
key
motherfuckers
to
who,
the city.
it's like motherfuckers who like from out of town, whatever kind of one horse town that don't have metro, they just ride cars everywhere. I was like, fuck the metro, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
want, I don't want to ride that
They'd be
bitch.
like,
I was
they used to be
"Nah,
like,
fuck."
"Wow, it's so amazing." I'm like, it's really not.
Bruh,
It
I be
like
feeling
you will see
groggy as
rats
shit.
battling mice over scraps of shit left on the station platform and
You're on the
shit.
platform. I actually saw a human shit on the platform one day.
Yeah.
Somebody took a shit on the. I was like, what? I almost stepped on. I was like, what? Who the fuck shit on the platform and left it there? Bro, I cannot believe that shit. I was like, fuck this shit, bro. I need to get niggas need to get money. Don't do nothing else. I seen. I used to go to work like on Saturday, and I guess that's a tourist day because it'd be like fucking 70 white people with matching shirts on going to the Smithsonian. So they used to look at it, like, oh my god, look at that, showing their kids and shit. They get all excited. I'm like, bro, fuck this shit. It's so much of a different parallel. You niggas are so excited to be on this shit. I'm like, nigga, fuck this shit, bro. And then they get to the hood stations and shit all change. I was like, okay, yeah, they a little less excitement. They see the Metro riders who really be on this shit. But yeah, that's wild shit. We gotta have a whole segment called the Metro Stories.
It's gonna be full of depressing shit you don't want to hear about. Metro Stories starring Philip J. Cork. Philip J. Cork.
Featuring, I don't know about starring.
Metro section.
I'll be a host.
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
I wish you told that party story on here. Say it again.
Which story?
It's the story. Somebody almost got shotgun full of smoke in a J in a party.
That's now a party for this.
It was called somebody else.
All I know I want to say is niggas violent. If niggas don't want you to smoke a blunt, just say no smoking blunt. When niggas put it out, don't shoot a nigga for it. Then just tell it to be out.
Was this a security guard who said that shit to you?
Nah, just a Negro.
Just a
regular.
Yeah, a Negro with a mic.
Wait, what? The fuck?
A Negro with a microphone.
I thought you said with a knife.
Not with a mic.
Was it Django, nigga?
No. Might have been James Broder.
I remember I went to a fucking I want to call it a picnic because it was in a park, but I had it's like a cookout, but actually no food. It was in no, it was I don't even know if you call it a kickback. It was like in a random park in Lanham. I didn't even know that shit existed. So we all showed up at that bitch. We showed up kind of late. I didn't even know I was going there till I got there, and I was like, I don't want to go here. So we ended up going there. I seen like fucking half of the motherfuckers went to PG with us, and I didn't know these niggas existed outside that building. So I was like, where the fuck am I? So I'm at we at the fucking cookout party, nowhere to park. We went to the party, a cookout, packed this shit. You know how niggas are, these young niggas. So no one had authorization to congregate in this park. So they shut the shit down. So we all in somebody like we in front of somebody's house in some neighborhoods, cul-de-sac. It's like a dead end cul-de-sac. I guess everybody else parked there because everybody in that bitch came to this fucking. It's not even a parking lot. It's like literally somebody lived there, bunch of cars and shit. So this girl and this dude start arguing and shit. So these niggas I was with knew the dude. So it was like he said something, bitch, and she just went off. So she went off trying to fight this nigga, and I guess the dude she was with trying to fight him too. So these niggas talking about, bro, don't do it. Your hands are registered, bro. Don't do it. I like his hands is. Who the fuck is this nigga?
Boxer apparently. But speaking, any person who like boxing for real, their hands are registered. Don't mean you're like a professional like Mike Tyson. Your hands are registered. You can't do it.
I seen a nigga who hand registered got beat by 20 people. So
that's embarrassing.
That's it.
You need to unregister those joints. Refund.
So this nigga
just want to fuck niggas up. I got fucked up.
So it was like him versus an army of 7. Nah, this is not. This is at the cookout still. It's like he argued with his girl, calling her a bitch. Some other niggas came behind the girls. Everybody's just unanimously yelling at this nigga. He like backpedaling towards us for whatever reason, but it wasn't right in front of us. It was like 4 cars down. So we had the greatest view of all this shit happening. They knew him. I don't know if that was they were man. I was like, yo, I hope y'all don't know this nigga and we have to end up fighting the fucking party. Cause I don't know this motherfucker. So I was like, so he yelling at the girl and he stopped. He like they backed into a car and he got pushed on the car like on the windshield, but he got up out of there. He was like, all right, I got something for you, bitch. And he yelling at nigga. Was like, nah, nigga, that's his whatever. I don't know. It's some big fat niggas. That's my whatever. So I was like, what the fuck you mean? I got something for you. I like he about to unleash his register hand to some fucking Ryu shit. But I was like, oh, this nigga about to fucking shoot his ass. So I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? And then whole while I'm getting a fucking commentary was like, every party this nigga go to, he starts some shit with some people. Yo, this nigga wild as shit. You remember what he did last time? Yeah, I remember that shit, but nigga crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all niggas know him?
He's known for that shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, this nigga is arguing with some bitch, and then he's like maneuver his way out the crowd and unscathed. So this nigga got in his car and almost ran over these people, like trying to leave out the fucking. It's a dead end. Like, why? Cause so it's only one way out, and it's a crowd of people following this nigga, like 5 people, but the whole party just want to see what the fuck is about to happen. So, they follow this nigga in the cul-de-sac. We can't leave because it's literally blocked by a bunch of traffic and a bunch of fucking people yelling, angry people. So this nigga drive speed. He trying to speed his way through. And if they didn't move away, I think he would have really ran over these motherfuckers. I was like, what the fuck? That's why I want to go out with these fucking PG County events.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
This nigga skirted his way out. He skirted his way out of there. I was like, yo, this nigga really about to hit these people. And so he wasted their shit down.
Man, black people don't know how to have fun.
Yeah, I was like, bro, that shit cool.
I don't know how they kill. It's not fun for them unless someone gets shot, get beat up, or they on the ground.
That's why
life lessons from Philip.
That's why I never thought go-go's looked that fun. I was like, bruh, that shit looks
like a fucking life sentence. I'm good.
I was like, okay, that shit is cool and all, but why do y'all go? That shit does not sound like a good time. It's like, yeah, you're like, you remember? I can't say his name, but I remember what this person shall not be named who went to high school and PG with us for a little while. He wore a Spider-Man outfit. He got jumped at the go-go that time.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not sure
that."
I don't know what you're talking about, but I take your word.
Yeah, I got to you after. Omar, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
I know somebody who used to dress up as Spider-Man, but I don't know if he got jumped.
Yeah, it's that person.
Yeah.
He got paid to do it?
No, what? Get paid
I don't know the same nigga.
To get paid to get jumped as Spider-Man at a go-go
party? No. He got
paid
to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, they told me it was at a go-go. Somehow he ended up in the basement of it, and they just shut the lights off. And they shut the lights off, and it was a wrap after that. And he got jumped. But like, he had no. If you seen what you got served, even with a Marcus Houston got jumped for the fucking gym bag.
That was just like, my man suit.
Yeah, they were just like that. And I was like, bro, y'all, like, what the fuck do y'all do? Like, when does a fun start? Because nigga, I don't want to
get their money back for his performance. Just said Spider-Man, my ass look more like Peter Parker.
Bro, I was like, when y'all go to go-go's, when do y'all have fun, bro? I'm just trying to understand. This shit does not sound. I went to one. I went to one by mistake. I thought it was a fucking girl's birthday party. It's some fucking Landover event. And I was like, yo, that was like the first time I ever seen go-go in a party. But no one got jumped or nothing like that. It was just like, yo, where did these niggas come from? When you like 12, 13 years old, and niggas is older than you, they really look older than you. They're like fucking giants. Niggas was in there like fucking 16, 17. I was like, where the fuck are we at right now? I'm sure that I'm not even 5 foot yet and fucking 13 years old, 12. I'm like, yeah, nigga. It's like,
so where are we?
It's some random bitch was like, dang, you dance with her, bro. I was like, those are a lot of niggas right there.
That's the moment where you gotta be like, Mom, you can pick me up. I'm scared.
Right, some shit happened. My mom is not about to drive in Land. My grandma lives in Landover, but it's a part of Landover I have no sense of fucking geography this time. Like, nigga, I didn't drive. I don't know any street names. I'm just here. I'm just like, yeah. So she had a birthday party. What the fuck was I even doing there anyway? She went to Samyogo, but fuck it. I'm here.
Samyogo gang.
Yeah, I was like, how the fuck? Why is it in Landover? It's like you live out here. What the fuck are you doing going to school? But yeah. That should be a fucking, when we come up with this fucking this movie, that's gotta be a part of it. It'd be hilarious. It's gonna be like super bad when the girl had a period on the nigga, except it's gonna be the nigga version.
Yeah. So what the
fuck? You gotta do what you gotta do to survive in these situations. It's like oh my god, it's a moment, but like
our version of ATL, just call it DC. It's depressing.
It's gonna be Fast Times in PG.
Ew.
Fast Times in PG. So much. Only thing I saw got close to is Atlanta. Only TV show I can think of in recent history. Yeah. They got close to like anything that seemed like, all right, it's not the Full House version of childhood. It was like, yo, niggas go through it in childhood. Cause it's like, it's not even fucking your household. It's just like, all right. I remember it was an episode in Atlanta, so this nigga got a FUBU shirt from his mom, and he was like kind of the uncool kid, and his cousin was like the cool nigga, but his cousin didn't fuck with him because he was a lame nigga and everything. So the nigga got he got a shirt, a FUBU shirt. His shit is fake. Nobody knows it. His other dude who always flies shit, his FUBU shirt is real, but he's not stamped. So the nigga was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit on your FUBU shirt? He was like, oh, no, they got a new ones. Man, I never seen that shit. Hey, Todd, this shit in your FUBU? He said, nah, so he's not on mine. Man, one of y'all niggas got fake FUBU on. It was like, well, I don't got no fake FUBU. So this nigga, he nervous in a bitch, because if this nigga find out he got fake clothes on, he's dead. Like, this nigga, man, look at this bum ass nigga, yo, everywhere it goes.
And this I know the man had a real mad as fuck.
Yeah, and the nigga had a real one, but his cousin, he the cool nigga, was like, man, that nigga his shit ain't fake. Mother got his shit on his birthday. I saw him when she got it. He was like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, my shit real. Damn, that means your shit fake, Todd. So everybody started going on top. Like, this nigga got fake FUBU on, bum ass nigga. Yo, your shit fake. Oh, fake clothes wearing ass nigga, right? So he got bullied that whole, like, he went to lunch. They fucking killed his ass with the jokes. Like, he was a butt of the joke. If you the butt of the joke in public school, nigga, that's a hard. And you don't have jokes, that's a hard day for you. Like, I don't see that shit in any white. I don't see that shit in any like fucking white sitcom or movie. They mostly get beat up, but it's like, nigga, that shit damn nigga worse than beat up. Cause nigga, if a nigga be like, Squidward looking ass, like, yeah, you done. You squibble for the duration of your life until you graduate. I don't think that shit gonna get to you after a while. If you subconscious about your nose, you Squidward. So after he got home, it's dope. The FUBU shirt is literally the only nice shit he has. So he want to wear it again. So the other kid didn't show up for school in like a week. Who actually got real clothes, like fly clothes. Like, his parents give him cool shit. So it turns out this nigga killed himself. He got bullied so much, and I was like, whoa.
That was what was funny about it.
Yeah, he killed himself from getting bullied. Like, I was like, yo, that shit was the fucking wokest, hilarious shit I ever saw on the TV in my life. That actually feel like some shit niggas would go through. Cause like, These niggas, they had some good jokes. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like, damn, this nigga really took that shit to heart. I was like, damn, bro, niggas really go through shit. That shit, it's not funny that this nigga killed himself. It's funny. I was like, damn, niggas is smart in that boardroom. It's like, bro, y'all niggas ever got cooked in fucking middle school? I remember these niggas was talking. I remember I was with these kids and they were talking about like middle school and shit. And I was like, shit wasn't that bad. I'm thinking it was like, damn, like when niggas really like when you a kid, that shit really hits your heart. Like motherfuckers talking about you that bad. And if it's like a group of niggas, I'm like, damn, niggas can really get bullied crazy. But that shit is literally like, nigga, if you're not super aggressive, not on your shit in public school, nigga, that's the only way to be. That's all. But that was like, damn. You can make a movie like that, it should be tough.
Call it Crooklyn.
Around my hood.
Crooklyn's sad as fuck. But Crooklyn's sad as fuck. That goes to show you listen to Tyler Creator as a kid. Because that's a sad ass movie. You love it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I like it. I was like, it's a good movie. I thought it was okay. Like the ending was like kind of depressing. Like, well, no, the ending was depressing.
Oh, that
like,
movie depressing as shit.
The beginning part was hilarious.
There's nothing hilarious about that fucking.
You have a movie where like you can see Spike Lee's creative process of pumping paint from a bag. That's like his entire creative process.
You huffing paint. I was like, what the? I remember looking at that like, what the fuck? What are they doing? Because I remember I saw that when I was a kid. I was like, what? What was wrong? Are they getting drunk from doing that? That shit blew my mind. Like, oh, they huffing
and
paint.
And then, like, the movie, the thing I remember the movie was that they played that fucking song, Ooh, Child.
Yeah, I remember that too. It's a sad-ass song. It's a sad-ass movie.
Yeah.
Sad-ass movie. Sad-ass hood movie.
Yeah, so we're going to end this, like, right now.
Hold up, wait.
Movie. What?
What about them kids who used to snow? You used to be one of them kids who sniffed markers to get high?
No.
Was that shit a proven fact, or they saw that shit on TV?
I mean, like you actually could like people actually did do it. It was like same thing with like that and like certain types of fucking glue.
But did niggas really get high, or they just like what the niggas get high for that?
It's kind of the same thing like how like which thing got high off the movie from paint thinner. It's like the same thing. You get high off the fumes.
And we won't have to. This episode at the end, so my phone going to die.
Yeah. So you got any like final thoughts, Philip?
Final thoughts. Japan's the place to go. Hawaii's nice indeed. But I don't care where I go as long as I got my weed.
Okay.
These are all Pacific Island places. I know
So I think the whole moral of the story is, and me and Philip, when we go to Japan, we'll go to a Soapland hotel.
What?
A Soapland is where you go to get a female to give you a little more compassion.
Is that like the community hot spring places?
No, well,
no, it's more like
So y'all niggas wouldn't do community hot springs. That's what they talking about. So y'all in Japan, y'all wouldn't do community hot springs beside each other.
I do a hot spring. There's a little community.
You have to do a hot spring. You gotta do it with males or females.
Unless it's like one of those quirky anime things where we get like a group of females on the other end. Like,
is that not how it is in real life?
Yeah, y'all ever see like those quirky anime things where it's like the group of girls on the other side of the thing, and it's like the guys try to peek over and see that.
Yeah, that'd be you. You'll probably get us all hurt when you one day.
You said herpes.
That's what I thought he said too.
I have a herpes-free diet, so that's gonna be on you.
I thought you said the same shit. That's hilarious.
I ain't on that shit.
And I guess with that said, we'll see you guys again next time. And
Pimping all over the world vlog coming soon.
Yeah, Pimping all over the world. Mystery flights. Filipino
the
wives.
What? Oh, the wives? Yeah, that's my name.
Philip the Wise. You sound like a wizard from the Wizard of Oz.
So you gonna feel like.
Now this one is pure niceness.